Yep, we all love our little EDC, ADC, however you want to term it. You call it everyday carry, I call it adventure carry or additional carry. But we do, you probably should carry these every day in your car at least for, you know, that time when you want to go for a little walk, you pass a park and a little hiking trail and you're like, oh, I got time. And weather changes or you get disoriented and aren't sure how to get out of there. Or for those of us who like to venture up into the mountains for a day hike, throw it in your backpack. These are really light sets. This one I would probably just keep in my car. This one I would keep in my backpack. All useful, but in my backpack for hiking, I'm also going to carry, a knife, and I will probably also have my saw. I've shown this in other videos. I love this saw. It goes from pack to pack, depending on where I'm going, what I'm doing. I think we have kits for everything. I'm an artist. I like to go out and paint what's in nature. So let's just start getting into the kits. We're going to start with this little pill bottle kit. Just a Walgreens kit. Got a little stuff on here. On the outside, I have the paracord wrapped over Gorilla Glue tape, and then a couple of Ranger bands to keep that all together. As you just saw, I have a couple of safety pins in there. I also have a couple of pieces of cotton. As you see, I'm going in twos because one is none, two is one. I have as well, because in my backpack I will carry emergency blankets. I do have this schmog as well. This is a schmog. I roll this up tight and it goes into my art kit because my art kit also contains a cook set and safety, these adventure kits. We can get lost. There's Gorilla tape around these zip ties. This can be used as cordage to make a shelter, to at least help assist with your shelter if you need it, to go along with the cordage. I have some little pieces of birch bark tinder. This stuff, I've experimented with it. It does light when it's damp. You can get a flame on that. Just you got to make sure you've got all your other what you're going to build your fire with. Collect that first. Get it all together so that when you get that flame going, you can get all that other stuff on it and not lose your flame. It's a little ferro rod and striker I got at a Army Navy store. It works fantastic. I have an exact one like this in another kit, in my camp kit, and I did go camping for it was 4 days, 3 nights of and it just downpoured. We knew we were going to get some rain. We didn't realize we were getting downpours. I didn't want to leave. We put a tarp up over the site, but unfortunately the campground's fire pit was a pool, and fortunately I had a little stove that I could bring. Took that out. My lighter was soaked because we had gone for a hike that day, so it wouldn't light. So the first time I had this one out, I said, okay. I took a piece of the cotton, just one piece. Use this thing. I haven't taken the coating off yet, but it does light. Anyway, I don't want to light up my schmog either, but yeah, you have to take the black coating off of these first in order to get them to go. But I think most of you know that. Anyway, I was able to get a sustainable fire with this little ferro rod and a piece of cotton, so highly recommend ferro rods. I also have some little pieces of fat wood in here that I forged from a downed pine tree. You can still smell the turpentine in that. So these things help with the birch bark getting the flame going. This you can also shave with your back of your knife to get little pieces of tinder off of that to get a flame. That does work fantastic. It's nature's soaked fuel. I keep a Bic lighter. It has a piece of the Gorilla Tape wrapped around it because it is, I don't typically do that because I never typically have them packed so tight, but it is packed tight in here, and if something pushes on that, I don't want to lose the fluid. There's bank line and Gorilla Tape wrapped around this. I can use that as a wick, so I don't waste my fuel. I really don't plan on being, if I'm trapped out in the mountains hiking or whatever, I really only expect to be there at night before somebody finds me. People know where I go. They know how long I'm going to probably be, and they'll know to send somebody out to find me if I don't come home. So I'm not going to start wandering around to get myself even more lost. I'm going to stay put. Once I realize that I'm lost or that I can't get out, I'm going to find things around me to build my shelter, to start my fire, and I'll try to get water from the rain and boil it. I'm going to have in my backpack, I'm going to have things to do that, and I do have that. I have little stoves, I have containers, I can put water in this, I can filter it through the schmog. So, and here there are purification tablets. So, this is one of these cotton pads. It's cut in half, but I did impregnate it with lighter fluid. Then I soaked it in paraffin wax to waterproof it. You only need a small piece to rip a small piece off. It holds a flame until you can get all your other flammables, wood, what you're going to have your fire with, on it to build a sustainable fire. I don't call it cheating, I call it being prepared. It doesn't really matter when you're in an emergency situation. I have a pen, so a pencil. You know what? I'd probably pull this out of there. I'm not leaving anybody a note. I'm not even going to draw a compass because I'm not going to wander off and make rescue keep searching for me and play Marco Polo in the woods. So I'll probably take this and its paper out or throw them in the fire when I need them. When I'm building a fire. For me, that's just useless. But anyway, more of the cotton impregnated with lighter fluid and wax. This is my little boo-boo kit. I have some Band-Aids in here. There is some ointment, and then you can see right here, there's 4. I usually put 4 Advil, and I do have the water purification tablets. Yes, this is not a liter container. It's not a gallon, but I don't have to use the whole tab. I have a knife. I can cut this up and use a small piece in there and purify my water. And then I have, probably will take this out too because I don't intend on bringing a can of anything with me, but I do have this can opener. It seemed like a good idea when I packed it, but it's really, I'm not bringing a can of anything with me, so that is probably going to come out of the kit. And just, yeah, I have my container. So that's in this. Like I said, these saws and things, those will be in my pockets if I'm out wandering around. I'm going to put all this stuff aside because I also have this kit, if this is a preference for people. This is a great bag. It's got the mollies. You can hook this on you. You can hang it from a branch if you need to, so it's not on the ground. When you're trying to put things together, it will fit right into your cargo pants pocket, the side pocket. I have fit this knife in the pouch, so I know this fits. Why would you bring a tiny little saw when you can keep this on you? It also has the lighter with the Gorilla Tape and bank line. Just for, you can go 3 weeks without food. You can go without food. You can't go without water. But you know what? It makes you feel good to have something on you. Hand warmers. I always carry these. I carry them in my car, everywhere, in case of an emergency. Where I live, people have been trapped on the highway during blizzards. We had 24 hours, people were stuck on a highway. They come in handy. These are good 10 hours of warmth. You can stuff them in your shoes if your feet are cold. You know, it's just, you know, it's good to have those in your car nonetheless. This is where I do carry my little emergency blanket that can be doubled as a shelter. It is large enough. It's 54 by 82 or something like that. 54 by 84. That's a good size. You can start a lean-to shelter with this thing. And I also have this. This is a piece of, I don't want to try to pull this out. Yeah, it's bank line with wrapped around a piece of wood that I fat wood that I took off that branch. Also, one of the impregnated pieces of cotton pad with it's impregnated with the lighter fluid. And so, oh, there's something. No. So this is my Altoids kit, where all the fun stuff happens. Everybody's seen the Ranger bands to keep it shut. We all know they're combustible, so way to start a fire if you gotta. But I think we got enough here. And if you're in the woods, everything's around you. If you can get the drier stuff, the little pieces of tinder and your fat wood to light, chances are the wet wood around you, you're gonna be able to get a fire that's sustainable enough to dry out the wet wood. And just carve down through the wet stuff and get to the dry. Take that bark off. Boo-boo bag with ointment, sun cream in it. Water purification tablets are in this boo-boo bag too. I have here a little knife. It's a money clip knife, but it's very sharp. It does have a 90-degree spine. So this little ferro rod, and I put these shrink tubings on it to, if it drops, I can find it. This thing does give off a spark. That was stupid. Don't want to light up my schmog. Yeah, it works fantastic. Fits in this little kit. I have about a foot of Gorilla Tape in here, and I typically, what I do when I wrap it this way is I always put some wax paper between it to keep it from sticking so much to itself, because I can also use this, you can use this to repair, say you poke a hole in your emergency blanket, you can repair it with this, your shoe, if you have a rain jacket, which you should have, and you poke a hole in it, you can fix that with that. You can use it to wrap around a wound. I am not carrying a needle in here because I'm not suturing anything. I'm not going to create an infection. I'm not a doctor. I'm not an EMT. So for me, carrying a needle to with the thought of suturing myself or somebody else up is not a good idea. Infections happen, especially when you don't have access to sterile water, sterile anything, so I don't even suggest that. I do have, this kit does have a bag, and so it's not a liter, it's not a gallon, but it's a good size baggie. I do have purification tablets here, and I do have a coffee filter over here. I can filter the gunky water with the coffee filter, and then I can break off a piece of the purification tablet, mix it in this bag. I think you have to wait like a few hours before you can use it. It's a process, but you need the water. So with that being said, typically in this kit, I can use this little tin to boil water. I can take that, pour some in, boil it, you can do what you need to do. You'll figure it out. I have a little flashlight in here. Never know which direction to go in with this thing. There we go. Very bright. If it does happen that I'm stuck out at night, I have a way to signal people. I also have, if I need to go get some more wood and it's dark out, I can at least hang this on my structure or on a little branch from with a piece of my cordage, and I can find my way back to where all my stuff is. When I was talking about making this is shrink tube. You can use it as a bellow for your fire. Keep blowing. I know it's short, but take a piece of that bank line tape, go around it, make it longer. You'll figure it out. Yeah. So, and here's the cordage I was just talking about. Now, you can take this cordage, you can take this, when I was talking about a tourniquet, not sewing anybody up, you can figure something out to make a tourniquet with this. I've seen it done on other videos. It's much safer than poking a hole in somebody with a needle that is maybe sterile, maybe not, but you're leaving skin open to, bigger problems. Don't do it. Zip ties. Go with my little emergency blanket. It's just considered more cordage. These are little batteries that go into that little flashlight. A whistle, most important. It is high range. You hear people looking for you, you're going to scream until you have no voice. So get a whistle. They'll hear you, and you'll have, I think, better luck with that. And again, more of that impregnated cotton pads with the lighter fluid and paraffin wax. And these are what is in my kit. Oh, a little screwdriver set because I wear glasses. So, yep, it usually has the little bolts and the little screws in it in here. And then you have your Phillips head and your straight edge for my glasses because I do wear them and I need to see. And that is what are in my kits. Like I said, they fit right into a backpack. It doesn't add any more weight. I think we're smart enough we can figure it out. As long as we have the means with us, we're going to figure out how to incorporate it into our situation. Let me know in the comments what you would leave out, what you would add, whether you like this video or not. Let me know, and let me know why. Be nice. Thank you.